Dear children, now let us see the different types of houses around the world. Now, around the world, there are so many different types of houses. Now, let us first study about the stilt house. Now, see, children, in some places of the world, it rains a lot, and in such areas, the houses are built on wooden poles. Okay, as you can see in the image, can you see the houses carefully? What can you see? That these houses are built on wooden poles, right? If you look carefully. Now, these wooden poles are called as stilts. Okay? And what do we call these houses? These houses are called as stilt houses. So, the houses that are built on wooden poles are called as stilt houses. And where will you find them? You will find them in the areas where it rains a lot. Now, what is the use of building the house on stilts? So basically what happens that the stilt holds the house high above the ground, correct? Now if you look in the picture carefully, what can you see? Because of the stilt, that means because of the wooden poles, the house is raised above the ground, right? It is high above the ground, yes? So as a result of which, what happens, the rainwater does not enter the house, and because of which the people, the animals living inside the house, like you can have some pets, you can have your family living inside the house, right? So if water enters into your house, if rainwater enters into your house, it was not going to be safe for you. So the major reason of building the house on stilt. Stilt means what? The wooden poles. So the main reason to build the houses on wooden poles is to prevent or to stop the rainwater from entering into the house. If you see the building over here, the two houses you can see, because the houses are built on high wooden poles, the houses raised above the ground and the rainwater will not enter into the house. And also in the water sometimes you have insects, right? So those insects and those germs will not get into the house. So this was it about the stilt houses. Now let us see about the houseboats. Pretty, aren't they? So basically in the picture you can see the houseboats. Now these are houseboats. So if you know that in the world and in our country, let's say that there are so many places that have beautiful lakes. If you talk about Kashmir or about Kerala, there are beautiful lakes, right, in these states. So in such places we have people living in houseboats. Houseboats are also called as floating houses. And where can we find them? Talking about India. So in India, we can find houseboats in Kerala and Kashmir, okay? So the houses that float on lakes, that float on water, they are known as houseboats. And where can we commonly find houseboats in India? We can find them in Kerala and we can also find them in Kashmir. Now, look at this. These are pictures. Okay, I have put up two pictures, and this is what? These are igloos. Now, in some parts of the world, it snows throughout the year. That means throughout the year, you will have snowfall. So, what kind of a house should we have then in such places? So, in such places where there is snowfall throughout the year, we have something called as the igloo. So, now igloo is basically a house made up of blocks of ice. Okay, once again, what is an igloo? An igloo is a house built from the blocks of ice, as you can see in these two pictures.